Thank you, Tommy. Now, I gotta ask you, you're looking kind of good now. What's happening? You can tell me after the service. Mind you, two boys in a church, Yeah, okay. Now, Mr. Deputy Leader, I said to my colleague, the parliamentary secretary, I said, I've been trying to figure out why the Congos can't move from second to first. And I now know. You got them pasting your costume. What kind of fellow are you, man? And then come talk about you support them. I see. I can talk to Trevor right after this. No, don't help them. So my apologies for the Prime Minister this year. He's been ordered bed rest for 3 days. So let's hope that he follows the doctor's orders. So that's the story there. But he did send his collection, and I have it. I want to also, since Miriam is here this morning, to apologize for not being able to make, and none of our representatives came to the funeral on Saturday of Beryl Maywright. And she's a real pioneer in this community, lived to be 95 years of age. And we have, in the last year, when we were boasting around the country about all those who had lived to advanced years, Nurse Curtis at 101, Ms. Roca at 100, Ms. Wright at 95, and now we've lost all of them in the last year. And seeing Tammy here, remember her mom, who would have been sitting right there near the door, nearby where Nurse Lockhart is now. So time moves on, but their grandchildren and children are carrying on the traditions. And that's why we want to be sure that this continues, because it makes the community strong. And I was looking at Claude Zeno's son, and I was saying biology really is something else. One of the reporters asked me outside of Macedonia about the violence in Foxhill and what does the community feel about it. And I said, well, you can look around and see. This is a resilient community. That happens, but we have to continue one day at a time, chipping away at this. Those young men are examples of that, going on the straight and narrow pathway. And that's what the church does, it supports them. And women have their part to play as well.
Oh, yes.
You can't have one without the other. So that's why we do this every year, to make sure that this tradition continues. When something's been going on since the 1800s, you can't let it go, because it means it's all part of us. I tell people that when people come here on Emancipation Day, or they come on Foxhill Day, this is the real deal. This is not, this isn't Bombay Summer that we make up for the tourists. This is Foxhill Day. This is the Foxhill Festival. This is emancipation, the real thing. And some people you have these intellectual arguments about whether we should be celebrating emancipation or what we really, it's important for us to have that discussion every year, to remind us where we are and where we're headed. And never, say this always, forward ever, backward never, forward ever, backwards never. So it's a pleasure to be here, and today I have with me my parliamentary colleagues, first the President of the Senate, who's here with us, sitting in the front row, Parliamentary Secretary of the Ministry of Works, Bacchus Roll, and the MP for South Beach, Jamal Strawn, who's the Parliamentary Secretary for the Foreign Ministry, and also the Member of Parliament for Nassau Village. And then you have Ambassador Ron Pinder, and he's got his genius son sitting next to him. How old are you now? 12 going on 24, right? Yeah. And our branch chair is here, Ida Simonet with her team, and Ambassador Nicholas Simonet and his team, and the team who are following from Foreign Affairs. They're all here. Ambassador Joseph Carey, who is the ambassador to the Pope. Very important man. He has a straight line to the top. But we are all here supporting the cause and making sure that this tradition continues. I want to thank the Fox Hill Festival Committee that's headed this year by Warren Davis, and I see Charlotte Carey is here. So we're all here for that purpose. And we too have a token of our appreciation which we want to present to the church, and it includes a gift from the Prime Minister as well, because he's now being Thank you. What song is that? Oh, I thought we were going to sing Hoist Up the John B. Sale or something. All right, so choir, we have the Deputy Governor General who's directing the choir.